so they're Taitai and Ngākei are their names. Apparently the Wellington harbour used to be landlocked before a big earthquake. They wanted to get out. It's probably Sydney John's company. So anyway, they decided to create a whirlpool, so they started swimming around in the same direction really, really fast. And Ngākei, one of them anyway, he broke open the entrance to the harbour just by throwing his body through it.
Yeah.
And he swam out to sea, never to see him again. And the other Taniwha was a little bit scared to go out into the big opening and just kind of hung around. And he was hanging out in the shallow water, and because the ocean was let in, there became a tide in the harbour that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
And he got stuck up on the land. And because it was shallow water, he dried out and he actually became the hills.
My opinion on that is pretty much, yeah, there was sharks and stuff that all the Māori used to see, but I also do sort of believe in the supernatural as well.
Yeah.
So I know that the nearest things that Māori could have related these visions or whatever they had, because a lot of them were very open, spiritually open, the nearest thing they could have related them to would have been sharks or lizards or the most sort of unusual animals that they've seen on land and earth.
And then of course the shark which brought my canoe over here, like we can track a link to that as well.
What kind of shark? Was it a great white or?
No, it was an arawa. It's actually called an arawa, and the real interesting thing about it is that you can still find this type of shark in Tahiti today, and it has the name arawa.
Yeah.
And our grandfather actually, Hiko Hohipa was his name, a brilliant guy, he's passed away now, but when he went back to Rangiatea, back to Raiatea, a sign or a tohu that always followed him was this huge big red shark.
Red.
Yeah, it was massive, and the Tahitian priests freaked out when he pulled up to one. There's a sacred marae called Tapu Tapu Ate, which is where the high priest used to go and get educated. And when Koro Hiko turned up, there was this big red shark behind him. And I mean, it wasn't there, but it was there, you know. And all the priests just said, "Wow, you know, something's really different about this guy." And the name of the shark was called Awa, and it was the Arawa which brought our tupuna from Hawaii, you know, down to Rarotonga and then down to Aotearoa. So wherever we go, we're known as the shark people. Yeah, so we're all Taniwha. Yeah, like we anoint ourselves with shark teeth as well.
Really?
Hence the reason that we also put on moko, because it's a half, you know, shark, it's the hammerhead. So when you distort your face, you get that predator look, the elongated, you know.
Personally, no, I think that's fine, because like, to me a Taniwha was actually some spiritual guardian. The Māori called them like the sharks or whatever, based on what I said before.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would be a problem for me, but if you took to the older kaumātua, you know, you never know. Totally. I think the rural Māori who are more in touch with the land, yeah, they're more perceptive of the changings in the land or what the land feels like. And I think the city-dwelling Māori are a bit more westernised, or yeah, and so tend to follow heroes they see on television and aren't in touch with what's going on in the land as much.
Should you? Hell yeah. Stay with nature, stay connected. We're sort of classed as perts, 2 in 1, you know, like the shampoo and conditioner in the one bottle. Yeah, we're classed as perts because we're sort of half in, we're half townies, you know, blah blah blah. But he is so hooked into everything. Our other uncle, he's a suburban Māori, but the real funny thing about it is that he doesn't see Taniwhas, he sees ghosts, you know. And when you're back out here, you see Taniwha, but you don't really see ghosts. Yeah, so it's all mixed up. Yeah, cool. But I believe staying connected, nice and simple. You have to listen to the land. Yeah. I mean, like if you hear this bubbling away, it inspired a haka. Here we have geysers which shoot up, you know, and the climax of our dance is to hold energy and then release it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely urban Māori, you know, there's distractions in the city and the loss of the language as well sometimes.
Yeah.
There's more Māori spoken maybe in rural areas. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll be doing the same too.
Yeah,
My kids, mate.
Not at all, because it's actually bringing something that has been put aside over the years and is not really talked about much amongst modern people in New Zealand.
We need something more out there to get Māoris well known as well, you know. I mean, a Taniwha movie would be great.
No, I wouldn't. No, yeah. I think it's great. I mean, like we were discussing earlier, you've given up your time, you've invested your own bloody money into it. The research that you've done is really, I think it's exquisite. Coming through the type of questions that you have there, the content that you have in there as well is just unbelievable. The knowledge that you've acquired, I think, is remarkable, and I just really respect you for it. But it is so right. I mean, like, I totally believe. And wherever you go, like, opportunities, like openings are going to always open for you, like if you're right about it.
I mean, I don't really object to information sharing, and I think as long as it's accurate. Some things have more mana than other things, things that are more truly portrayed, and people will just recognise the value of it straight away.
Yeah, I'd like to see probably an accuracy in the stories of the Taniwha. Because different tribes do have different interpretations of different whās around, but also, like a bit of information from the real tribes, and possibly the locations and the spots of where the most prevalent sightings or experiences are.
It'd be really good to see the film made with showing all the mythological embodiments of Taniwha, and also take into account the scientific side of why people believe that Taniwha is a power.
I'd like to actually let people see the actual Taniwha out of the water, so they get a fair idea of what this legendary, creature looked like, and see a bit more action of it, eating people and stuff. Original, keep it Māori, keep it. I mean, if you're here in New Zealand, you're obviously picking up stories about the Taniwha, you love it, keep it Māori-fied, don't sort of change anything.
True representation of Māori. As long as you're honest to yourself and your belief in it, and hopefully that'll come through in the presentation and in this. What it is what it is.
I'd quite like to see some individual Taniwha stories, like some of the stronger ones, and it could be nice if they're told by the people that, the people whose stories they are.
Yeah, I think it's a very. I think you've got a very good cause there, Lasco. It sounds like you're doing a very good job of getting the script together on something that I've never really seen much coverage over.
That's pretty much it, Lasco. Good
Cool.
luck. Yeah, kia kaha.
All right, thank you very much, man. Kia ora.
Taniwha hard! Yeah, dude.